If you've ever worked on a beginner song and thought, wait, why does this feel so difficult? You're not alone. Beginner songs can feel difficult because they are revealing skills that you are currently developing. Skills nobody ever explains, but every piano player eventually builds. Let's break down the 7 hidden skills that make playing piano feel easier once you know they exist. Skill 1, 5-finger position in multiple spots. Most beginners only know the 5-finger position in C. C, D, E, F, G. So when the song moves to, let's say, the G position or the D position, you're thinking, whoa, that wasn't part of the deal. As a step forward, I want you to practice this. So the C position, C, D, E, F, G, but also practice the other ones. D, E, F, G, A. And then the E one, E, F, G, A, B. They obviously all feel the same because they're all on white keys. There's no black keys involved. However, I want you to know the notes in them. So for example, let's say the A position. I want you moving forward to keep practicing them, but to know that in A position, it is A, B, C, D, E. Or that in the B position, it's B, C, D, E, F. When you understand the notes within the 5 position, it really makes note reading a lot faster and spatial awareness a lot faster too. For example, if you know that in the G position, it is G, A, B, C, D, let's say you're in that position, you automatically already know that let's say your pinky is on the D. And that speed of just like always knowing where you are, accelerates learning by so much. Skill number 2, the left-hand starter pack. Your left hand struggles not because you're bad, but because beginner songs often use these 3 patterns, and you want to make sure you practice them a little bit more. First one are the open fifths. Now this one includes a couple of sixths too, but fifth is actually a really common beginner pattern. You want to really know the spatial distance of the fifth. It sort of needs to be like something in your toolkit. You whip out, you know the distance, and wherever you strike, it's always accurate. In the left-hand starter pack, we have a lot of blocked triads. You want to really get good at these block triads, playing them in a controlled way, playing them together, not like this, but rather like this, together. And finally, we have broken chords, very, very common. You get better at these left-hand patterns simply by playing more songs with them. The left hand isn't just weak, it's just socially awkward. Give it some time. Skill number 3, navigation without looking down. This is one of the biggest "why is this so hard" moments. Beginners look down constantly. Which is normal. However, as your fingers begin to learn the landmarks of this keyboard, you can reduce it significantly and feel a lot more calm, always knowing where you are. Just to give you a really quick tip about this one. The keyboard is filled with 2 black key and 3 black key groups. You use these clusters to know where you are. So for example, let's say if I were to just get your right hand, put it anywhere on the piano, and look for, let's say, an F. Okay, so I should feel that, let's say this one, for example, over here, I have the 2 black keys, and here we have a 3. So F is likely going to be here, my thumb next to the left-hand side of the 3 black key group. Try and exercise where you find another 3 Fs on the keyboard. So let's say here, we have 1. Let's say here, we have 1. And down here. Use these tactile anchors to always know where you are to reduce looking down. Your hands are tourists right now. With enough of this practice, they'll eventually stop checking the map every 3 seconds. By the way, if you're enjoying these skills, stay tuned for my upcoming course, The Beginner's Journey, where I help you to build these skills naturally through a progressive order of pieces and exercises. Stay tuned to my channel for more info. I promise this one's worth your time. Skill number 4, interval reading, not letter reading. For example, when I was just playing canon in D there, beautiful progression here. Ideally, as someone plays this, they should be able to pick up that there actually is a pattern here in the number of steps between the notes. So for example, the first pattern, there's always from the bottom to the middle, there's always a fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here to the next note after that is always the same note as the very first note. And after that, we have a third, okay? So D, fifth, D, which is the same note as the start, and then a third, okay? So this pattern actually repeats again and again and again and again for all the left-hand shapes. Let's look at the next one, A. See, that's also a fifth. To count a fifth up, and then this is like the same note as the first one, and a third up. This is the skill I want more people to use, which is to count steps rather than be like, whoa, that's like D, A, D, F sharp, A, E, A, C sharp. It can be very tiring to keep reading out the letter names and like thinking about them in letter names rather than steps and skips. Letter by letter reading works, but it will feel like you're reading a book one letter at a time. N-O-T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U. Skill 5, harmonic awareness. Songs start making way more sense when you recognize basic chord functions. It's the idea of recognizing patterns that we just talked about as well. So for example, in canon, we have the chord 1 here. 5, 6, 3, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1. You should feel that chord 1 tends to feel like home, tends to feel like resolution. Realistically, it's very hard to study this. You will probably just feel it over time as you play more and more songs with chords, and you repeat these shapes again and again and again. But good to be aware of it. Good to be aware of chords. For now, especially 1, 5, 6, and 4. Skill number 6, finger independence. Melodies feel clunky when your fingers can't move independently, which is totally expected for beginners. As a quick exercise for you, you can try this one. Let's say put your hand in any 5-finger position. Hold the other notes down and play each note multiple times, like this. Hold, let's say 2, 3, 4, and play number 1. Try the next one. Hold everything else but number 2, and play number 2. And so on and so forth. Difficult even for intermediate and advanced players. Skill number 7, thumb management. The thumb, the beginner's final boss. In piano playing, we have something called the thumb tuck. Let's say when you're playing a scale, because we don't have 8 fingers on a hand, we need to do a thumb tuck to sort of like reset and have more fingers. Unfortunately, for beginners, the thumb tuck is the area that makes the music sound very uneven and very accented. So for example, when someone plays a C major without kind of a good thumb tuck, it would sound something like this. So next time you're playing your scales or different passages, try to think about doing thumb tucks and have it not sound like a thumb tuck. Make it sound like you have 8 fingers. Make it so seamless that people can't tell you're thumb tucking. And there you go. If the beginner songs currently feel hard, it's not because you're failing. It's because every song is currently exposing or revealing a skill you're currently developing. And now you know which ones are which. Let me know in the comments which of these skills you're currently prioritizing. And for the advanced players out there, please also comment what you think are some essential skills for the beginners to learn as they're leveling up, or what you wish you prioritized if you could restart again. Stay tuned to my channel for my upcoming course, The Beginner's Journey, and happy practicing.